love it. The calls.
You'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. All right. Wednesday, 29th of August. Medicare and You. This is Michael Regan. I hope everyone's doing well out there. We're going to have a fun show today. We are going to plug the fantastic Mattatuck Museum first. Then we're going to talk to my buddy James O'Rourke, goes by Jim. He has been working tirelessly about something I'm very proud of, and it's bicycle giveaway aims to show kids fitness can be fun. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss Aetna getting into the Medicaid department. I'll discuss that thoroughly with you. And, you producer Nick, you got me over here today. All right, no problem. All right. So, how is everybody doing out there? I'd like to make a special plug to my coworker, Jean DeVersa, who is getting married this weekend. And she's going to be on a beautiful honeymoon for a couple weeks in Hawaii. So I hope she has a great one. Her husband, Carlos, is a fantastic guy, a good friend of mine. So any of you clients out there, be kind to my employees over the next couple weeks. They're good, but they're not 18-plus years seasoned like Gene. So err on a side of caution. Kristen, hope you're listening out there. You're doing a great job. Ange, proud of you. Good luck with your semester in school, and you're always a great employee. All right, we're going to take Stephanie Harris with the Mattatuck Minute. Stephanie, happy Wednesday. How you doing?
Happy Wednesday to you, Mike. Great, thanks.
Good. All right, let me just have you start plugging the museum. I'm going to put some stuff away here in the studio. Go ahead, Stephanie Harris.
Okay, sure. We've got two events coming up next week that are that we're really excited about. On Wednesday, September 5th, Ruth Glasser, who is the guest curator.
Woman.
Yeah, fantastic. Very knowledgeable, knows everything there is to know about Waterbury. She guest curated the exhibit that's in our community gallery right now on the South End and St. Anne's Church.
Okay.
So she'll be doing a little bit of a lecture and a tour of that exhibit and giving you, behind-the-scenes, in-depth coverage on what's there and the things that we had to leave out of the exhibit for space reasons, for, not a lot of wall space down there to cover everything that's going on in the South End. So
Right.
That'll be a really exciting event, and that's in the evening at 5:30, so everyone can come over after work and enjoy the information that she has about Waterbury.
Dr. Glasser is a personal friend of mine. I've known Ruth for about 18 years. Fluent in Spanish. The woman's brilliant. And I think you chose a real winner with her.
Yeah, and she's really passionate about Waterbury as well. So she was, in on all of the community meetings about the exhibit, and really just wanted to portray a accurate and optimistic view of Waterbury's South End.
Right. Okay, sweet. So what else you have going?
Next Thursday, September 6th at noon, we're having a luncheon in the SOS exhibit downstairs.
Save our stuff.
Yes, in the Munger Room.
And I don't give a lot of plugs, but she's a great woman. Tracy O'Shaughnessy, if you and your coworkers are listening, from the bottom of my heart, great article. Thank you so much. It was in last Friday's Accent. And, did you read it, Stephanie?
Absolutely. It was. I learned a couple of things about the exhibit that I didn't know. So,
no,
yes, fantastic
you're the
article.
Museum girl. What are you talking about?
Well, Cynthia has all kinds of knowledge that I don't always
Yes,
that
Dr.
I don't always
Rosnoy
get.
is a brilliant woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our curator is fantastic, and she, her and Bob, I think, took Tracy around and told her all about the exhibit. And the idea behind it is really having the public help the museum conserve pieces that aren't able to be on view at the moment because either the frame is in need of repair, or the painting itself or the sculpture itself needs to work before we can put it on display. So it's us reaching out to the community to really have them participate in keeping the museum going and being able to preserve all of these fantastic, a lot of them local, artists and artwork.
Right. No, I thought the piece on the Whittemores was fantastic, how they came here, they settled in Naugatuck, and It was really well written.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job.
All right, I think so
next
as well.
Thursday, we're having a luncheon in that space, and we're going to be talking about the exhibit, and there's a conservator named Susan Holbrook coming in from Holbrook and Hawes, and she's going to be telling us, kind of some of the background and really giving a little bit of a lecture on the topic. So
okay,
nice. Should be a fun event.
And what about the other topics you and I spoke about on the phone today?
Well, the brass button.
There you go.
Is coming up October 4th.
Now, for my listeners that don't know this, why don't you give a little background on what the brass button is?
This is our, I believe, fourth brass button award that we've given, and it's the members of the community and our board get together and they talk about the key players in Waterbury and the Waterbury area, who's out there doing all that they can to move Waterbury forward and be philanthropic and really help out the arts and the community at large. And this year we have decided to honor Joel and Nancy Becker of Torrington Supply Company because they do just that. They're hands-on in the community. They do anything they can to help out nonprofits and other organizations in the area, and we just feel that they exemplify what Waterburyans should be. So
absolutely,
that's going to be October 4th at the Waterbury Country Club. We're going to be honoring them.
I can tell you right now, my wife Diana and I are co-chairing the corporate campaign with Joel and Nancy.
Yep.
They are so down to earth. They never brag. They're not pretentious whatsoever. They are crushing me, by the way. They're blowing me away with the amount of money they're raising compared to what I'm doing. But I'm only in my 40s. So I'll hope to be a Becker in the future. They're great people. They lead by example. They're athletic. I see Joel swimming laps in the pool at the Y regularly. I just saw Nancy laying it down. It looked like she was on like a 5-mile run the other day. She was doing the Fitchgang Chiquetti loop.
Okay.
And no lie, I'm trying to beep to her, and she's so in the zone. She's like half a bear barely could do a half a wave, and she's like sweating and just hammering down. And they're just great civic-minded people. They really care about the community. It couldn't be going to a better couple. They're just really deserving of the award. I think Mr. Pape from the Waterbury Republican has received it in the past.
Yep, Tom Shute, I think, was our first recipient.
Our own WATR Tom Shute.
That's right, absolutely.
Sweet, Tom.
And I think Selma De Laurentiis,
right.
I believe, from Seven Angels.
Right. Samina, I'm sorry. No, you can't be perfect. You're 99% there. So you and your husband had an anniversary. That was fun?
Yes, it was.
Good.
Same day as yours.
Yeah, August 1st. All right, so good Mattatuck Minute. Get out there. Save our stuff. And the luncheon is when?
It is September 6th at noon, and it's being catered by Signature's Restaurant, so it should be a delicious affair.
And what's the cost?
I believe it is $35 a ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we could get RSVPs ahead, that would be wonderful. So Marty over there knows how much he's cooking for us.
Okay, so people out there, phone number for the museum to RSVP. It's Save Our Stuff, which is just a community outreach. Individuals, doesn't have to be corporate campaigns, could be individuals with a small donation on a particular piece. It's 203-753-0381. Who would they RSVP through? Kathy?
Yep, they're going to dial extension 10 for Kathy Philippone.
Sure.
Yep, she'll take all the information and get them signed up.
All right. Mattatuck Minute, Good Minute, September 6th at noon. Save Our Stuff. Get out there and listen to the South End exhibit by Dr. Ruth Glasser. And thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, my pleasure.
Bye.
All right, good talk. Producer Tom, how do you want me to schedule this? You want me to go till about 22, take a break, and then about 44?
Yeah.
All right, so at this time, drumroll, I am going to plug myself. Please, 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 you have to register for my class. If I don't fill up the class, I cannot teach it. I spoke to Rita Quinn and got an email from Dr. Chapman. They need to fill 2 more slots. If there's not 12 to 15 people registered per class, they cannot offer the class. It's OSHER Lifelong Learning Institute. My class is Baby Boomer's Guide to Medicare. Medicare and You, putting together your retirement puzzle. So basically what I'm trying to do is educate you on the Agency on Aging. Hold on, I need a little sip of water. My sponsor, Onda. All right, so what I'm trying to educate you on, and again, I'm not getting paid for this. I could get a stipend, but I'm not, because I already sell insurance. I'm making money off of you anyway, so I figured the right thing to do would just be have it to be a knowledgeable show. OLLI, OSHER Lifelong Learning Institute. The classes are from September 14th through November 2nd. It's every Friday from 3 o'clock to 4:30 p.m. I promise I'll be a very good teacher and let you out a few minutes early, because everyone likes to have a cold pint of beer or a glass of wine or something, even if it's a lemonade on a Friday afternoon. So it's pretty good class schedule. It will not be ever infringed by bad weather. We need 2 more slots filled. So if you're listening out there, please, you know I do a good job. You will be educated on Social Security. I'm going to have Maria Grice, the fantastic Maria Grice at the 51 North Elm Street Social Security office, come in and give tips and maximization of your Social Security. I'm going to have Daryl Willenbrock from the Western Connecticut Agency on Aging. She's going to go over Medicare savings programs, proper long-term care planning. I'm going to have Robert Lubis, goes by Bob Lubis of Grady and Riley. He's going to go over power of attorney, making sure you have your wills in order and your wills in order. And secondly, he's going to do the power of attorney as far as limited and durable. Why do we want that? If you are a senior, you definitely want someone to take control of your affairs. If you are ill, you really shouldn't be making medical decisions. So the test I took last week, which was grueling, by the way, and there was a test question on my son has financial power of attorney. Can that also act on my behalf for medical? The answer is yes, it can. So Bob Lubis will take care of that. And then lastly, I'm going to have someone, hopefully I'm going to get Vicky, but someone from the Office of the Healthcare Advocate go over claims, fraud administration. You seniors get bamboozled constantly. I'm dealing with dentists right now. I'm dealing with medical professionals. Balance billing is illegal in the state of Connecticut. If you receive a bill and it's $100 and your insurance company pays $87 of it, you don't owe the $13. If the physician is a participating physician in network, then you have to accept the terms and conditions of that payment. They can't balance bill you for the $13. So that's a bit of a sticky issue. And if you are getting in some trouble where you're not being paid attention to properly, such as my client in Southbury, who was told by I hope this really didn't happen because Social Security is brilliant, but she or he was told by someone at the Social Security Administration that they didn't need to enroll in Part B until the credible coverage expired in October. Well, that was wrong. So in the class, I'm going to make sure I go over, if you or your husband or your wife, for the gentleman out there that's wife is still currently working or the husband's still currently working. Antonio, no last names, from Naugatuck. He and I have discussed this 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks. He is going to be retiring from Sikorsky. If you're actively at work, you have credible coverage. But the day you retire, you are no longer actively at work. So therefore, you only get 63 days, which is called an SEP. You only get 63 days to enroll into another group plan. So I'm going to be going over all that. My first class is September 14th. Second one's on the 21st, 28th of September. Then in October, it's the 5th, 12th, 19th, 26th. We need 2 lovely people out there to enroll for OLLI. I need to fill the class at 15 minimum, or they won't let me teach it. So far, we've got 13, but I really do need you to join the class. It's right here in downtown Waterbury. The convenient time is Friday afternoon from 3 to 4:30. I think the course only costs about $40, so please, it is not a deal killer. All right? My listeners out there, my Medicare and You people, you got to go and sign up. You can just sign up at the local campus. Anyway, if you don't want to sign up, you could actually just call Rita Quinn, who I spoke to yesterday, and her number is 203-236-9808, 203-236-9808, or 203-236-9881, and say that you listen to the show, that you love me, hopefully, and that you'd love to sign up. I just need 2 more people. I've got time, but I'm putting a little call out there because I want to teach it. All right, let's talk about something exciting. No go with the caller. No. Good man. Way to look out for me. All right, producer Tom's telling me to take a break. We're going to plug the sponsors, and we'll be back.